Value versus perceived value. In this video, we're going to talk about the difference between these two things, and by the time when we finish, you'll see that the intrinsic value of your product actually does not matter almost at all. Now, talking about the intrinsic value, this is simply how much you have to spend on manufacturing that product. If, for example, you have to spend $50 to create that item, that's the intrinsic value. That's the value of that item. On the other hand, the perceived value is what your potential ideal customers perceive, is how much they believe that product is worth. Now, what could happen is, let's say that your cost to manufacture that product is $50, but if they perceive that your product actually costs $500, you will be able to sell it for a higher price. That's a huge advantage, and that's a state that we want to strive for. Now, on the other hand, if your clients perceive your product that it is worth $10, but you're selling for $50, in that case, you are going to find yourself in a situation where your conversion rate will be very low. That being said, now once you know the importance of having a high perceived value, I'm going to explain in this video how you can increase that. What are the techniques and what are the mechanics, what are the tips and tricks to increase that perceived value so you can increase your conversion rate and ultimately your revenue. The first way to increase the perceived value is by including stories. Now, when a brand has a story, people can resonate with. Now they don't see your business as a faceless brand. They are right now more willing to spend a lot more money because they like, know, and trust you. This is a huge thing. In marketing, if someone likes, know, and trust you, they are more willing to spend more money on your website and also come back to your website and refer your business to other friends. Liking is a very powerful sales psychological trigger, which simply states that if someone likes you, they are more willing to spend more money with your business. It is that simple. This is why I strongly believe that the About page is the second most important page that you could have on your website, where you could share your stories, where you could share your mission, why you started this business in the first place. By sharing your mission, your story consistently, people will remember your business. And now they will come back to your business more often and they will buy at a faster pace. The second way to increase the perceived value is by stating that this is a one-of-a-kind product, aka exclusivity. The more rare your product is, the more people will be willing to pay a premium price. If they see that it is harder to get your product, they are more willing to pay a premium price. The third way to increase the perceived value is by adding contrast pricing. You see, if you are giving them another product with its price and you are articulating in the best way how the first initial product that you want to sell actually comes with more benefits and with more features, they will be able to justify those prices. Otherwise, if you just have the product itself with its price, and now because they cannot compare that price with anything else that you can give them, they'll compare that price with whatever it comes up in their mind. And that comparison won't be very, very fair. They can compare that price with your competitor's price. But when it comes to increasing the perceived value of a product, we do not have anything to do with the competitors. In this case, only what matters is what your customers perceive. So that being said, by positioning your product in the right way, people will be willing to pay a premium price. The next way to increase the perceived value of your product is by giving them something that they can compare with. We're talking right now about comparing apples to oranges. If you do not do that, they will compare your product, your prices with their Netflix subscription or with their bill to the grocery from the last week. This comparison won't be fair. The best way to overcome this problem and concern upfront is by giving them initially something that they can compare your product with. I've noticed to quite a lot of websites this comparison section where they essentially are showing the additional features and benefits that the client gets. By showing that visually and having that on your website, people now will be more willing to justify those prices because now they know they will get these additional benefits when they buy that product. Moving to the next strategy to increase the perceived value of your product is by including endorsements and associating your brand with a celebrity. Why do you think that this all these brands, they are trying to associate themselves with public figures? Why does Nike associate with Cristiano Ronaldo? Or why does Under Armour associate with The Rock? Why do you think that they even created this entire collection? Now, when a client goes to your website, they don't only buy your product because of how it looks, because of the appearance, but because they also know the moment when they get their product, they are going to elevate their status in front of their peers. Because now, think about what most people do. When they buy a product, they go to their friends, to their peers, and they brag about that. They say, hey, look at me, I've got this product, and guess what? This brand also associates with this celebrity. And if they cherish, if they look up to that particular public figure, and people can do a lot more things for elevating their status, including paying a higher price. Next one, leveraging the deep desire of your customers. Here we're talking about with the end goal of your client. Now, here you have to know your customer in and out. You have to understand their main desires, their main motivations, why they would want to buy your products. So here we're talking about the emotional needs, the emotional reasons why they actually want to get that product that you're selling. If you are only talking about the features and you forget and you neglect about their deepest desires, they will question themselves if this product can help them to achieve that desired situation. If you, on the other hand, are continuously and consistently talking about their deepest desires when it comes to your product, now they have much more confidence to go to your website and buy at a faster pace. Now, moving to the next one, this is what is called herd logic. Essentially, this simply means if everyone loves it, then it must be great. And if it is great, then it cannot be cheap. So if you can position your product in a way that people can see a lot of other people who look like me also want that product and they are striving to get it, they are more willing to pay a higher price and they won't have that expectation that your product is bad. And talking about the last technique to increase the perceived value of your product, this is what I call identity. If it is for me, I will pay attention with my time and with my money. You see, if you're trying to talk broadly and if you are just getting started, where if your business is not making even more than $1 million per year, your business is still not recognizable at that moment. So people at that moment, they will most likely buy from brands that they already trust, that they build a relationship with. This is why if you're talking just broadly, they will most likely buy from your competitors who are in the marketplace for a long period of time. Now, on the other hand, by creating an identity, and by identity, I mean just talking to one subset of your potential customers. Something like this. Let's say that you are selling some kind of lifestyle product. Well, you could just talk to people who are bodybuilders. And by including that in your message, by just saying that this product is for bodybuilders, those who are into bodybuilding, they will be more interested to check your website, to check your products and buy from you. Because at that moment, they perceive that your brand will understand better their needs. So if you pay attention to what I've said so far, everything comes down to what your customers perceive. This is why the perceived value is 10 times more important than what is the intrinsic value of your product. So that being said, for as long as you are in business, one of your main goals is to increase that perceived value as much as possible. Now, this is a long game. However, by working on this consistently, before you know it, you will be able to sell a lot more expensive products and people will be able to justify your prices. So at that moment, you can increase your revenue and your profit. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Every other day, I upload here a new video where I talk about digital marketing for e-commerce brands. So if this is a topic that you are interested, then this is the right place for you. Click on the subscribe button and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye.